the Republic Day parades, concluding with, on this high note, what a display it has been.
And yes, Sajeev, with that, the President's bodyguards have arrived to escort the Supreme Commander of the Army Forces. This brings us to the conclusion of the 73rd Republic Day celebration at Rajpath. But let the patriotism run in our blood and continue to celebrate Republic Day with full enthusiasm. And there we can see the tricolored balloons going up in the air, which has been a tradition going on since years. A balloon release is a ceremonial event in which a number of balloons in three colors of our national flag are unleashed into the sky, signifying the strength and courage of our country, while indicating peace and truth. Of course, the green balloon signifying fertility and growth.
As the colors of independence, the saffron, white and green, take wings and rise higher and still higher, that is the way the India has to rise, higher and still higher. And that is also the motto of Indian Air Force. And now we can see the Honorable President moving from his dais towards the cavalcade. The Republic Day parades, concluding with, on this high note, what a display it has been.
And yes, Sajeev, with that, the President's bodyguards have arrived to escort the Supreme Commander of the Army Forces. This brings us to the conclusion of the 73rd Republic Day celebration at Rajpath. But let the patriotism run in our blood and continue to celebrate Republic Day with full enthusiasm. And there we can see the tricolored balloons going up in the air, which has been a tradition going on since years. A balloon release is a ceremonial event in which a number of balloons in three colors of our national flag are unleashed into the sky, signifying the strength and courage of our country, while indicating peace and truth. Of course, the green balloon signifying fertility and growth.
As the colors of independence, the saffron, white and green, take wings and rise higher and still higher, that is the way the India has to rise, higher and still higher. And that is also the motto of Indian Air Force. And now we can see the Honorable President moving from his dais towards the cavalcade.
And all the people here in the crowd taking out their mobiles to take another glimpse of the President and the Prime Minister.
I can see the Honorable President, the First Lady, Mrs. Savita Kovind, the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, descending the stairs and moving towards the limousine where they will see off the Honorable President. The three defense chiefs saluting, the Defense Minister, walking alongside the Honorable President, and he with his folded hands moving out towards the saluting base, on towards his limousine, where he will be seen off by the dignitaries towards the Raj Bhavan. And the President Guard is right across in full its glamour and its tradition, waiting for the Honorable President.
Yes, all the dignitaries moving ahead to take a glimpse of the President.
Anuja, that is a sight. I can see the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable President patting the horse, and this is the horse which has its final position today, and after this he will be retiring. These horses are not only horses, they are individuals of pride and prestige. And now here the limousine comes forward to pick up the Honorable President towards the Raj Bhavan.
Yes, as the black limousine coming forward, Prime Minister interacting with the President here right now, waiting for the door of the vehicle to be opened for him. And there the security guard opens the door of the shining black limousine here, waiting for the President and his wife, Savita Kovind.
Honorable President waving to the people around. All the dignitaries have stood in their areas and they are waving to the Honorable President. It is an occasion when all of us are showing gratitude to the Supreme Commander of the Defense Forces, the Honorable President, and now his cavalcade will slowly move towards the Raj Bhavan. The President Guards are standing in absolute attention position, and there he gives the command for the onward movement of the Honorable President.
And the President's bodyguard leading the President's vehicle, which is following the horsecade and moving ahead towards Vijay Chowk and then to Rashtrapati Bhavan.
The ceremonial escort under the command is made into two divisions, one in the front of the President's car and one in the rear. The front division is being commanded by Risaldar Major Dilbag Singh, astride Run Vijay, and immediately behind the President is the grey steed Ace, followed by regimental colours carried by Risaldar Lakhvinder Singh, who is mounted on an Aryan. And slowly the President's cavalcade moved towards the Raj Bhavan, and all eyes stick on them. The Honorable Prime Minister and the Defence Minister are seen exchanging pleasantries and discussing issues, and the entire crowd, the dignitaries, the public are looking towards them, and the black-coloured cars are moving slowly towards Raj Bhavan.
Now we have the adrenaline levels soaring at Rajpath as the Indian Air Force is turning on the heat with an awe-inspiring presentation of daredevilry and precision. The first formation, the Rahat Formation, comprising 5 advanced light helicopters flying in Arrowhead Formation. Can you catch the roar of the helis, dear listeners? The Arrowhead Formation, the 5 Rahat advanced light helicopters flying past at 60 meters above the main saluting base. If I can inform you about the route these helicopters and jets will be taking, they'll be flying in above the Rashtrapati Bhavan, just above near the main saluting base, then above India Gate and National War Memorial, and then out of our eyesight. The next formation is the Magna Formation, comprising CH-47 Chinook aircraft in lead and 4 Mi-17 aircrafts in echelon, flying in 5 Arrowhead aircraft formation. The Chinook, a heavy lift twin rotor helicopter, which has enhanced the lift capability of the Indian Air Force across a range of military, human assistance and disaster relief operations. The Chinook flying in furiously from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan, being flanked by the 4 Mi-17 in echelon. The Chinook is a massive aircraft. It's humongous in size. The Chinook passing by the main saluting base presenting an aerial salute to the Supreme Commander of Indian Armed Forces, Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind. After the Chinooks, we await the arrival of the Sarangs. The world-renowned, the world-acclaimed, the world-famous, the Sarang team of the Indian Air Force will be making an appearance in a short while from now at Republic Day the 73rd in front of us at this hallowed, majestic boulevard that is Rajpath. And I can see and spot the Sarangs flying in hot and heavy from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan, flying in ladder formation. The Sarangs are flying in furiously. They're a regular feature at the Bengaluru Air Show and several air shows across the globe. The Sarang team, the world famous Sarang team, now approaching the main saluting days, streaming the tricolour. The Varuna Formation, the Sarangs coming in together, the tricolour streaming at the back of the helis, the trailing tricolour saluting the nation's sovereignty in front of Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind, Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, senior members of the Government of India, attending ambassadors and other dignitaries. Next up, we await the arrival of the Eklavya Formation, comprising one Mi-35 aircraft in lead with 4 Apache helicopters and Echelon flying in Arrowhead Formation. The formation will be flying above us at 60 meters over the water channel north of Rajpath. I can spot the Mi-35 coming in from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan. It's coming in hot and heavy. The Mi-35 flying in furiously. The Apache helicopters by the side. You blink, you miss. That's the deal here. Can you hear the roar of the Mi-35 and the Apaches, dear listeners? These sounds are as rare as they come. The Mi-35 and the 4 Apaches now passing above the India Gate and National War Memorial Complex after making an appearance on our 73rd Republic Day. Next up, we await the arrival of the Tongal Formation, comprising 1 Dakota aircraft in lead with 2 Dornier aircrafts in Echelon, and they will be flying in the Vic Formation. History students will remember that the Dakotas have played an instrumental role in the Tongal airdrop leading to the liberation of Bangladesh and for lifting troops and supplies for repelling invaders from across the border in Kashmir Valley in 1947. The Dakotas being flanked by the 2 Dorniers saluting the Supreme Commander of our Armed Forces, Honorable President of India, and now flying above the India Gate and National War Memorial Complex after making an appearance on our 73rd Republic Day. After the Tongal Formation, we await the arrival of the C-17s and the C-130s. The C-17 and the C-130J will be flying in the Tran Formation in Echelon and will be flying in the Vic Formation at a height of 400 meters above us. The C-17 capable of special ops and operating from remote places with short and semi-prepared surfaces. These are humongous aircrafts. The C-130J is humongous in size. You have to see it to believe it. Flying in the Tran Formation, 1 C-17 and 2 C-130Js in Echelon, saluting the Supreme Commander of Armed Forces, Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind. After the C-130Js and the C-17s, now we await the arrival of our Netra, our eye in the sky, an airborne early warning and control aircraft with state-of-the-art early warning radar and a host of electronic warfare equipment. The Netra is capable of detecting enemy aircrafts and directing our own to destroy them. The Netra, indigenously designed by the DRDO, a shining example of Atmanirbhar Bharat, as enunciated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, on several different occasions. The Netra Formation, comprising 1 advanced airborne early warning and control aircraft and 2 MiG-29 plus 2 Sukhoi Mark 1s. The MiGs and the Sukhois flanking the Netra flying in arrowhead formation at a height of 300 meters above us. All eyes straining from left to right. Neck spasms don't matter tonight, listeners, do they? When the best, the meanest, the fittest of Indian Air Force is at display, you watch, you get inspired. And that's what's happening here with all present on this special day, on this auspicious day, on the momentous occasion of our 73rd Republic Day. After the Netra Formation, we await the arrival of the Varuna Formation, comprising one P-8I aircraft with two MiG-29s in echelon, flying past in Vic formation at 360 meters above us. That's the roar of the MiG-29s. Goosebumps at the back of the necks of everyone present here. Necks spraining from left to right, people taking photos, trying to catch these rare moments in their memories and on their mobile phones. Ladies and gentlemen, now we hold our breath for the Vinash Formation. The Vinash Formation will be comprising 5 Rafale aircrafts which will be flying in arrowhead formation at 300 meters above the main saluting dais here at Rajpath in New Delhi. The Rafale, I can see, are approaching at the horizon. They're flying in furiously, and it wouldn't take much time for them to reach where we are at the base of the main saluting dais at the hallowed, majestic boulevard that is Rajpath. The Rafales expected any moment now, all eyes straining and looking towards Rajpath, trying to catch the first glimpse of our newest mean machine, and there they come! There they come! That's the roar of the Rafale, dear listeners. The enemy capable of striking deep into enemy territory and their hearts. People still trying to catch the last glimpse of the Rafale. But that's not the last of the Rafale we'll see this morning. But for the time being, we wait the arrival of the Baz Formation, comprising 1 Rafale, 2 Jaguars, 2 MiG-29 UPGs, 2 Sukhoi 30s Mark 1 aircrafts in arrowhead formation, flying above us at 300 meters near the main saluting dais. A total of 7 aircrafts, 7 jets of the Indian Air Force will be flying in arrowhead formation. That's 1 Rafale, 2 Jaguars, 2 MiG-29 UPG and 2 Sukhoi 30s Mark 1s. That's the best of our offensive capabilities that can be put out for display. And there they come, Rafale in the middle, the 2 Jaguars by the side, flanking the 2 MiG-29s UPGs and the 2 Sukhoi 30s Mark 1s in arrowhead formation. That's the roar of our jets, the roar of the Rafale, the Jaguars, the MiG-29s and the Sukhoi 30s, ladies and gentlemen. These are rare sounds as they can get. And after the Baz Formation, ladies and gentlemen, we await the arrival of the Trishul Formation, comprising 3 Sukhoi 30s Mark 1s. They will be flying in Vic formation at 900 kilometers per hour, maintaining 300 meters of distance over the water channel north of Rajpath. They will be pulling up and outward for the Trishul maneuver, Shiva's trident. The Trishul formation, I can see, are approaching from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan. I can spot them at the horizon. There they come, and they have veered off in 3 different directions, making a Trishul in the sky. Shiva's trident on display, as potent, as versatile as Shiva's trident. That was 3 Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 aircrafts, pulling up and outward for the Trishul maneuver. That's the roar of the Sukhoi 30s, dear listeners. And after that, now we await the arrival of 1 Rafale aircraft that will be flying in, and hold your breath, 900 kilometers per hour, maintaining a distance of 300 meters above the sea level. The aircraft will pull up for the vertical Charlie and carry out 2.5 turns. The Rafale now approaching from the side of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. 900 kilometers per hour, that's astounding speed. You blink, you miss, and here comes the Rafale. Here it comes. He's still going up. He's lost in the clouds here in New Delhi. And I can spot him carrying out the vertical Charlie and the maneuvers. The whole crowd up on their feet applauding the Rafale. Oh my God, he's still going up. Unbelievable. That's bravery of the finest kind. That's daredevilry that one can only witness on a momentous occasion such as the Republic Day of India. And after the Vijay Formation, the Tiranga Formation, now we wait the arrival of the Amrit Formation, comprising 17 Jaguar aircrafts, which will make a figure of 75 in the sky, celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years of our independence. The 17 Jaguar aircrafts will be led by Group Captain Vinash Singh, Group Captain Gaurav, Wing Commander Sandeep Jain, Group Captain N.P. Verma, Wing Commander Prakhar, Wing Commander Rohit Roy, Wing Commander Siddharth, Wing Commander Ankush Tomar, and Wing Commander Pawar. 17 Jaguar aircrafts now approaching the main saluting days from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan, flying in furiously, making a figure of 75. I can spot them. And here they come. Here they come. Here they come. I can spot them over Rashtrapati Bhavan, flying in furiously. The Amrit Formation that will be approaching the main saluting days, comprising of 17 Jaguar aircrafts. They will be making a figure of 75, led by Group Captain Avinash Singh and other members of his troop. 75 years of our independence, celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, as has been enunciated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, on several different occasions. It's a momentous year, and the Indian Air Force making this special with the Amrit Formation. 17 Jaguar aircrafts will soon be approaching the main saluting days from the side of Rashtrapati Bhavan, as all attendees up on their feet awaiting the arrival of the 17 Jaguar aircrafts, people wanting to catch a piece of this whole action in their memories and on their mobile phones. Next craning from left to right, people literally looking skywards. Your eyes might be watering here, but that will be all worth it, because in a few moments, in a few seconds from now, 17 Jaguar aircrafts will be approaching the main saluting days, wherein are seated Honorable President of India, Shri Nath Kovind, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, also in attendance, several members of the Cabinet, Council of Ministers, ambassadors, foreign dignitaries, students, members of the media, all present here on this special momentous occasion. All attendees here standing and awaiting the arrival. I can see that families who are present here looking to get photos on this special occasion, and who can blame them? It's a special day for the Republic. It's our 73rd Republic Day. A day we celebrate our Constitution, a day we celebrate our people, a day we celebrate the land that we are born in, a day we celebrate the forefathers of our Constitution who had the foresight to draft a document that encompasses all and sundry. And I can see that the presidential bodyguards are now making their way towards the base of the main saluting days. And before I hand you over to the main saluting days, let me conclude by saying that we are as much as a nation of Mahatma Gandhi and Lord Buddha as we are a nation of Veer Bhagat Singh and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Let no evil eye be cast upon a land, for our brave protectors on the land, on the sea and in the air remain ever steadfast and vigilant. And on that note, I'll take you back to the main saluting days to my colleagues Vinita, Anuja and Sanjeev. Over to you.
Thank you, Apur, for a thrilling description of the fly past. We salute these brave pilots for an exemplary show of courage, precision, speed and accuracy. The eyes missed a blink and the hearts missed a throb, and every moment which was executed with tremendous professional skill. The Republic Day parades concluding with, on this high note, what a display it has been.
And yes, Sajeev, with that, the President's bodyguards have arrived to escort the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. this brings us to the conclusion of the 73rd Republic Day celebration at Rajpath. But let the patriotism run in our blood and continue to celebrate Republic Day with full enthusiasm. And there we can see the tricolored balloons going up in the air, which has been a tradition going on since years. A balloon release is a ceremonial event in which a number of balloons in three colors of our national flag are unleashed into the sky, signifying the strength and courage of our country, while indicating peace and truth. Of course, the green balloon signifying fertility and growth.
As the colors of independence, the saffron, white and green, take wings and rise higher and still higher, that is the way the India has to rise, higher and still higher. And that is also the motto of Indian Air Force. And now we can see the Honorable President moving from his dais towards the cavalcade.
And all the people here in the crowd taking out their mobiles to take another glimpse of the President and the Prime Minister.
I can see the Honorable President, the First Lady, Mrs. Savita Kovind, the Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, descending the stairs and moving towards the limousine where they will see off the Honorable President. The three defense chiefs saluting, the defense minister walking alongside the Honorable President, and he with his folded hands moving out towards the saluting base, on towards his limousine, where he will be seen off by the dignitaries towards the Raj Bhavan. And the President Guard is right across in its glamour and its tradition, waiting for the Honorable President.
Yes, all the dignitaries moving ahead to take a glimpse of the President. And of course, like always, Prime Minister Modi moving ahead towards the crowd, cheering with them, waving them, and the crowd getting very much excited to have a glimpse of the Prime Minister here.
He has crossed the Rajpath and he has moved on the opposite side of the saluting base and is waving to the people. All the crowd have moved towards near the Rajpath, and he is moving very near them, waving hands, smiling and moving towards India Gate. Let's see how far he goes and how he interacts with people. He is a man of the masses. He is a leader who loves to mingle with people, and everybody all around, they have moved towards the area
and of
the
course,
Rajpath.
his security guards, his commandos are flanking him, and they must be a little tensed also, because they have to look into the special security of the Prime Minister. He's still going ahead.
And this is the moment when people wait for whenever he moves, whether it's the Independence Day or the Republic Day. And now he turns back and moves again towards the towards the saluting base, and his hands outside, both the hands folded and waving towards people, and the security people running here and there to see as if he is fully protected and secure.
And there he takes a turn and coming back to the saluting base now, still waving the cheering crowd.
And now he moves towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan. And let's see how far he moves, and I'm sure he is going to cover another distance so that he can further mingle with people and exchange pleasantries on this great moment. And at the back I can see his cavalcade of cars moving behind him and all security around him. And he, in all his confidence, in his glory and his confidence, is waving around.
Yes, now he's going towards the left of our booth and going ahead the Rajpath.
And towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan, he is exchanging pleasantries and slowly moving with all his grace. There he sees his shawl and moves it in the front and keeps waving to the people. His cabinet colleagues have moved in the front and are waving and greeting him and giving him their respects to him.
He's always so ever energetic. I've never seen him, like always, most of the occasions, he moves around, cheering with the crowd, greeting them, expressing his happiness to meet them, waving them. He's still going ahead.
And with both hands, one on the right, one on the left, moving towards them, greeting them with folding hands, waving them, and, expressing his concern for them.
And his motorcade going behind him, following him.
And this motorcade is slowly and moving behind him, and in a while, whenever he plans to, he will get into his car and move further. But he wants to and wishes to move as much ahead as he can and mix among the population all around. The dignitaries around have started moving out of their chairs, out of the enclosures, and we can still see the Honorable President, Honorable Prime Minister, moving ahead in all his splendor and glory. And there again he stops amongst the people.
And as we are not able to see the Prime Minister much now, we can see right in front of us the crowd leaving the enclosure slowly, and their faces looking all gleaming with happiness and excitement. Whatever they have seen, it has been a great 2.5 hours here with parade, music bands and tableaus, and of course the grand fly past.
Anuja, as long as the function was going on, I could see the tirangas fluttering, the tricolor fluttering on all sides, but now the wind has slowed down. The wind has become a breeze, and slowly the people are moving, and so do we have to move from this place to our studios. But before we leave, I must finally wish all of you a very happy 73rd Republic Day.